In the intricate tapestry of global business, where the titans of industry often cultivate a public persona as meticulously as their corporate empires, there exists a figure whose anonymity is as profound as his wealth. The most astonishing thing about Dieter Schwarz is that despite running one of the world's largest retail empires, the Schwarz Group, he is one of the world's most mysterious and secretive billionaires, almost never appearing in public or giving interviews to the press. This deliberate retreat from the spotlight stands in stark contrast to the ubiquitous presence of his brands Lidl and Kaufland, which dominate the European retail landscape. To understand the man behind this silent empire is to delve into a masterclass of strategic foresight, operational excellence, and an unwavering commitment to privacy. The journey of Dieter Schwarz is not just a story of accumulating billions. It is a profound case study in how immense power and influence can be wielded from the shadows, shaping economies and consumer habits while the architect remains a ghost in his own machine. Dieter Schwarz was born on September 24, 1939, in Heilbronn, Germany, into a world on the brink of immense upheaval. His future, however, was already being seeded by the entrepreneurial spirit of his father, Josef Schwarz. In 1930, Josef had become a partner in a fruit wholesale business, which he developed into Lidl and Schwarz Lebensmittel-Sortimentsgroßhandlung. This predecessor to the modern Schwarz Group laid the foundational groundwork for what would become a global retail juggernaut. Dieter grew up in the shadow of this burgeoning family business, absorbing the principles of trade, efficiency, and market dynamics from a young age. After completing his secondary education, he formally joined his father's company in 1958, embarking on a path that would see him transform a regional wholesaler into a dominant international force. He didn't just inherit a business. He inherited a legacy of ambition and a blueprint for growth. Alongside his brothers Dieter, Schwarz took the reins. But it was his singular vision and relentless drive that would ultimately define the company's trajectory for decades to come. His personal life was guarded with the same rigor as his business dealings. In 1963, he married Franziska Weipert, and together they had 2 daughters, yet details of his family life remain almost entirely outside the public domain, a testament to his lifelong discipline of separating the personal from the professional. This early commitment to privacy was not a quirk, but a core tenet of his operational philosophy, allowing him to focus exclusively on the strategic imperatives of his expanding enterprise without the distractions of public scrutiny. The true genius of Dieter Schwarz's career is encapsulated in the dual-pronged strategy he employed to build his retail empire. The explosive expansion of Lidl and the strategic development of Kaufland. After taking over from his father, Schwarz astutely recognized the shifting consumer landscape in post-war Germany. He saw an opportunity in the hard discount model, a retail strategy that prioritized ruthless efficiency and low prices above all else. In 1973, he opened the first modern Lidl store, mirroring the successful formula of the Albrecht brothers Aldi chain. Under his leadership, Lidl became a byword for value, embarking on a relentless campaign of expansion. The business model was deceptively simple, yet brilliantly effective. A limited assortment of high-turnover private label products, streamlined store layouts, and an exceptionally efficient logistics network. This formula allowed Lidl to undercut competitors on price, while maintaining healthy profit margins. The brand's growth was nothing short of explosive, spreading from its German heartland across Europe and eventually to international markets including the United States. Simultaneously, Schwarz was cultivating the other pillar of his empire, the hypermarket chain Kaufland. While Lidl targeted the cost-conscious shopper with a curated selection of essentials, Kaufland was designed to capture a broader market segment, offering a vast range of goods under one roof, from fresh groceries to electronics and clothing. This dual-brand approach was a strategic masterstroke, allowing the Schwarz Group to cater to different consumer needs and capture a larger share of the overall retail market. The synergy between the two chains created a formidable competitive advantage. The success of both Lidl and Kaufland is rooted in the Schwarz Group's unparalleled operational discipline. The company's business model is a case study in vertical integration and supply chain optimization. By maintaining tight control over logistics, sourcing, and distribution, and by leveraging its immense purchasing power to negotiate favorable terms with suppliers, The Schwarz Group has created a cost structure that few rivals can match. This efficiency is not just a business strategy. It is the very engine of the group's profitability and sustained growth, a testament to Schwarz's unyielding focus on operational excellence. The financial consequences of this meticulously executed strategy have been staggering. For years, Dieter Schwarz has been consistently ranked as Germany's wealthiest individual by prestigious publications like Manager magazine, a title that underscores the sheer scale of his commercial success. His asset position is a testament to the compounding power of his efficient business model. For instance, in an analysis from October 2025, his personal fortune was estimated at a colossal 46.5 billion euros. What is particularly illuminating from an economic perspective is not just the absolute figure, but the velocity of its growth. This valuation represented an increase of nearly 3 billion euros from the previous year alone, a rate of wealth accumulation that far outpaces most conventional investment returns. This remarkable expansion of personal wealth is not an isolated phenomenon, but rather emblematic of a broader economic trend observed within Germany's elite. When we analyze the wealth trajectory of Germany's top 100 billionaires since 2001, a striking pattern emerges. The growth rate of their collective assets has almost tripled over this period. This rate of increase significantly surpasses the growth rate of Germany's gross domestic product (GDP) during the same time frame. This divergence highlights a critical dynamic in modern capitalism. The owners of highly efficient capital, such as the Schwarz Group, are able to generate returns that compound at a velocity far greater than the overall economy. Dieter Schwarz's fortune, therefore, is not merely a reflection of his company's success, but also a powerful indicator of how wealth concentration is accelerating at the very top of the economic pyramid. His ability to silently amass such a vast fortune while his company becomes an indispensable part of the European consumer economy provides a compelling case study for investors and economists on the mechanics of modern wealth creation in the retail sector. Despite his immense success and the far-reaching influence of his corporate empire, Dieter Schwarz has cultivated a management philosophy rooted in extreme privacy and a deep-seated aversion to the public eye. He has given almost no interviews throughout his entire career, and photographs of him are exceedingly rare, to the point of being collector's items for the media. This near-total anonymity is a deliberate, strategic choice, allowing him to steer his multi-billion euro enterprise without the cult of personality that surrounds other business magnates. His leadership style is characterized by a focus on long-term strategy, operational detail, and empowering a trusted circle of executives to implement his vision. This approach has insulated the Schwarz Group from the volatility often associated with high-profile, charismatic leaders, fostering a culture of stability and methodical execution. However, his reclusiveness in business is counterbalanced by a significant and strategic commitment to philanthropy. Through the Dieter Schwarz Foundation Dieter Schwarz Stiftung, he has channeled a substantial portion of his wealth back into society. With a pronounced focus on education and human resource development, particularly in his home region of Heilbronn, the foundation is a powerhouse of educational investment, funding everything from early childhood education centers to a state-of-the-art science center and Heilbronn Center, most notably a major university campus in Heilbronn. This campus, supported by the foundation, has become a significant hub for business and technology education, aiming to cultivate the next generation of leaders and innovators. This philanthropic endeavor is not merely charity. It is a strategic investment in the human capital that he believes is essential for future economic prosperity. In this, we see the complete picture of Dieter Schwarz, a man who built an empire in silence, only to use its fruits to publicly and profoundly invest in the future of his community, securing a legacy that extends far beyond the aisles of his stores,